Apple's first event of 2026 is going to include three things: some all-new iPhone 17 colors, an all-new low-cost iPhone, and ads. Wait, what? Yeah, I've got some bad news on some new Apple products announcements happening as soon as this week, plus some interesting developments on the iPhone 18 front. But first, I want to give a big thanks to my friends over at Anker for sponsoring this video. All right, so let me start things off with some good news before I get to all the drama and talk a little bit about iPhone 18. I know it's early. I know we're still, many months away, but as typically happens, we're starting to learn more about what Apple is planning, and things here are getting interesting. We're now coming back to those rumors that Apple is going to remove physical buttons and instead replace buttons on this phone with fake buttons that have digitally controlled haptics, sort of like the old fake home button on what was at the iPhone 7 days, iPhone 8 days. That could be making return. We're also hearing some major camera improvements could be coming into the iPhone 18. And then one of the biggest features ever that could be on the iPhone 18 lineup is high-speed internet access basically anywhere in the world, where Apple would be bypassing the Verizons, T-Mobiles, and AT&Ts of the world, and maybe partnering with SpaceX to give you fast home Wi-Fi speeds anywhere on the planet. Now, the reason this is particularly a big deal is that this is something Apple has been wanting to do for a while now, but they just haven't been able to do it. The carriers have been, promoting 5G and things like that, but you're sort of kind of restricted to typical cell phone dead zones and things like that. And while Apple does have their emergency satellite SOS thing, it's very, very small amounts of data. It's only for emergencies, and it's not exactly high-speed internet anywhere. But Starlink has been able to kind of do that. They're putting high-speed internet on flights in rural communities, basically anywhere in the world. And now there is talk about a new partnership between Apple and Starlink that would bring this high-speed internet to the iPhone 18 lineup, giving you not just the ability to text anywhere in the world, but the ability to watch YouTube videos and make FaceTime calls anywhere in the world. This could be a really, really big deal if it pans out. But before that comes, though, in the fall, we might be getting a couple of iPhone updates coming in the spring. Apple has been quietly doing more and more of these sort of New Year, springtime updates, and there are a couple of things that we could see at this announcement. One of them that Apple hasn't done in a while, but could be making a return, are some new colors. We have specifically seen not only some beautiful kind of renders and concepts of what some different iPhone 18, or I should say, sorry, iPhone 17 colors could look like. We're not going to be to the 18 yet, but also with sort of this wanting for a space black version, or just a black version of the iPhone 17 Pro, and just the opportunity for colors. Apple has always used this as sort of a mid-cycle sort of boost to kind of refresh the excitement for the iPhone. And maybe that is something we see come to the iPhone 17, iPhone Air, and then the iPhone 17 Pro phones as well. So be on the lookout for that. And then what we also likely will see that is getting a little bit more exciting by the day is the all-new iPhone 17e. Now, of course, again, Apple is sort of positioning the E phone as the more budget-friendly, stripped-down version of the iPhone, though it does have a lot of the core flagship components. So it has an OLED display, it's got a nice high-quality camera, and we're hearing the 17e could be getting better with potentially the dynamic island coming to the iPhone 17e, making this phone basically not fully indistinguishable, but a lot closer to the flagship series than ever been there before. Because right now, kind of the big way you know it's a 16E isn't just sort of the overall look, but also it's that notch, as everything else has moved on past that to the dynamic island. And that could be something we see come to the 17E to make this phone feel a bit more premium and high-end. Another area of improvement we should see from Apple in 2026 is going to be in the battery department, because we all want better battery life on our Apple stuff, especially when it comes to the iPhone, and especially this year, like the iPhone Air, for as innovative and thin and light as it is, battery life really isn't all that good. And while Apple will gladly sell you a MagSafe battery pack, it's $100 and only works with the iPhone Air. And if you want to fast charge any of your new iPhones, you've got to buy this separate 40-watt adaptive power brick for $40. You're just trust me, much better off going with better devices that are more versatile, thinner, lighter, more compact, and also way less expensive. And the magic with that department is happening thanks to my friends over at Anker, who have a duo of solutions here to power your all-new iPhone. For example, this is the Anker Nano power bank. Not only is it the thinnest 5K power bank you can get, but it works with all MagSafe compatible iPhones, not just the fancy schmancy iPhone Air. It's got a larger 5,000 milliamp hour capacity to really give your iPhone the boost it needs. And best of all is, like, when you compare it to the Apple branded one, this thing is way less expensive. You're not overpaying $100 to charge your iPhone on the go. And honestly, this is just a way better option to go. I love, simply put, how thin and lightweight it is. It's delivering 15 watts of fast charging speed to your iPhone. And adding to this magic is the Anker Nano charger. Look at how small and compact this thing is. Great for a student, a commuter, someone with limited bag space, but someone who actually wants to fast charge their devices on the go. This small little thing can push 45 watts of power to your device. And when we're talking iPhone 17 or iPhone 17 Pro, that means going from 0 to 50% in like 20 minutes. And while the iPhone 17 does have this faster charging capability, you're going to need a compatible power brick that can actually push this enhanced power, which is why this is so important. And also, this is just more compact and portable and pocketable than Apple's solution. It's just way easier to carry around. It includes a nice long cable, which is really nice to have, and it's cheaper than Apple's option. This thing is a really great value. So if you want to learn more, give your iPhone the juice and power it deserves. Check out Anker's Power Solutions at the link right down below in the description. And then there are a couple of other things that just would make sense around this time. We have the M5 iPad Pro, but M5 versions of the iPad Air, maybe the iPad Mini, we have heard is going to be getting a silicon boost. That could be making an appearance there. And then a lot of opportunities for M5 Macs, Mac Mini, iMac, MacBook Air, all are kind of in need of the M5 treatment. So that could make a lot of sense. And again, spring would make time and kind of make sense for Apple to do this, sort of to kick the year off on a strong start. But then the bad news, what might be coming before that, might just be a new push from Apple in terms of ads. Now, Apple, believe it or not, I don't know if you know this, they do actually have a pretty big ads business. They've been in the mobile ad space for a while now, but we're hearing they're going to start to double down on their ad placements and put ads in new places. So beyond just sort of having those annoying notifications in settings that kind of are very ad-like, we're hearing they're going to start to put ads in places like the Maps app. So if you use Apple Maps, you might start to see some sponsored posts appear there. Other ads could appear in other Apple properties, so Apple News could get ads, Arcade, we already know there's big App Store ads and things like that. Basically, it seems like Apple is looking to get, typical Apple fashion, as much money as they can from as many sources as they can, and it looks like they might be jumping in to do more ads in different spaces. Now, I wonder if this could extend to Apple TV, where we start to see like ad tiers in there. We know there's a new partnership with Peacock, so maybe they experiment a little bit more with some ad sort of stuff in their content. Maybe this extends to other apps, but for now, at least we're hearing that the core Apple apps over the next couple of weeks might start to be getting some more ads in them. So if you start to see some more ads pop up into your Apple apps, I'm sorry, and don't say I didn't warn you. And with that, I think it's a nice time to actually kind of hear your thoughts on the matter. What are your thoughts on kind of the ads that Apple is starting to jump into, or your thoughts on Apple's plans for 2026 or iPhone updates? Please drop a comment down below. Let me know. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks as always. I'm Robert Rosenfeld from the Apple Circle, and I'll see ya in the next one.